up, world? Disclaimer before I start this video. This isn't supposed to make me look like I'm the what's the word for it here? The guy that wants to date some kind of a model or anything like that. That's not. I'm not trying to date some woman model or anyone, who has anything to do with modeling. Whether it's an Instagram model, whether it's a cam model or anything like that. I'm just here to describe what my ideal woman is. And I forgot a few things when I filmed the previous video, which you guys did not see. Well, not see because I was being weird and I didn't fully describe her in words, basically. So, what I said in the previous video, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to describe here, it may sound like it's unrealistic, and it may sound like it's far-fetched, and it may sound ridiculous, or whatever you want to classify it as, but my ideal woman, who I would love to be with, or anything like that, she has to have, I want to say shoulder-length blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes, purple eyes, any, vibrant colored eyes, besides brown, because I don't want to have our future kids to have brown eyes. Even though I have brown eyes and I have brown hair, I don't want them to have that. But they might. The thing of the matter is, she's got to be willing to have more than 3 or 4 kids, because I want to have a bunch of kids. I want to have anywhere between 7 and 12 children. And I know that sounds ridiculous and crazy to even think about having between 7 and 12 kids. But I want to have a big family. And I know it sounds crazy to even think about that number. But she doesn't have to have big perky boobs. That's not what I'm saying she has to have. I mean, sure, she has to have, boobs. Obviously, clearly, she has to have a pussy, and I shouldn't say the word pussy. She has to have a vagina, and a butt, and all that other stuff. I'm not saying we're gonna have butt sex or anything, because that's weird. But unless she wants that, I'm not here to talk about sex, but she's got to have tattoos. I mean, I'm gonna have tattoos someday. Even though I'm already 30, and I don't think getting a tattoo between 30 and 40 is the best idea, but I still want to get tattoos. And she's got to have tattoos. She doesn't have to have crazy, both her sleeves are covered up, or she has to have a full body tattoo or anything like that. Just 2 or 3 or 4 good tattoos, and she's got to have a great personality. She's got to be outgoing. She's got to be adventurous. She's got to be understanding. She's got to be in the right mindset. She's got to have a lot of things. She's got to have a good sense of humor. She's got to She's got to get my humor, even though sometimes it may be dry humor. She's got to believe in God and Jesus Christ, because I believe in God and Jesus Christ. I'm not saying I'm a super religious guy or anything like that, and I'm not saying she has to be a super religious girl or woman. But, just some of the things that I'm looking for. I'm not saying all these things have to, happen to be, she doesn't have to have big ears or small ears, or she doesn't, she can have freckles. She could have whatever she wants, basically. I'm just saying, and she doesn't have to be, she has to be kind of, I don't want to sound like I'm, being disrespectful or anything, but she's got to be kind of, I want to say from 100 to 125 in pounds in weight. And then she's got to be, at least 5'5" or 5'6" and above, but not as tall as me, because I'm 5'9". So anywhere between 5'4" and 5'8", perfect. She doesn't have to be, kinky. I don't want any kinky girls. I don't want any that, bondage girl or woman. I keep saying girl. I don't know why I say girl, but she's gotta follow the same teams I do. She's gotta be a SF Giants fan. She's gotta be a SF 49ers fan, a Golden State Warriors fan. Basically, this woman has to either be from the Bay Area or close enough to the Bay Area where she follows all of the same sports teams I do. Or I do follow the Ohio State Buckeyes, football and basketball teams. But, I'm never going to follow any Los Angeles teams, ever. You'll never see me be a Lakers fan. You'll never see me be a Dodgers fan. You'll never see me be a San Diego Padres fan or a Chargers fan or any of those. I'm from today or from when I was born or from 10 years ago, so forth and so on. Even the San Jose Sharks, they've been around for quite some time. She's got to follow the same teams I do, even though some of them are doing the best that they can do. Like the Giants are kind of SF Giants are in kind of a limbo mode right now. I think they're just waiting to next season. We're 64-65 right now. We just beat the A's 10-5 yesterday, but I'm just saying, like, she's gotta follow the same sports teams I follow. She's gotta be not the woman version of me, but pretty dang close. I'm not saying except for minus the hair and the eye color. She can wear glasses and stuff. I'm a nerd. I'm not afraid to admit I'm a nerd, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like I'm a nerd. I do know a lot of things. I may know not a lot of things about the sports teams I follow, or that kind of stuff, but I do know certain things. I'm not saying I know everything in the world, but certain things I know a good amount about. And sometimes mental health, it can be an issue for every single person on this planet. And she's got to have a good, kind, loving heart. I understand that in relationships you get in fights and you get in arguments, but the best thing to do in that situation is the guy has to admit he's wrong and say sorry. That's always the number one thing in a relationship that I've learned in the 15 years I've known people. I've known my best friends, and I've known everything I could possibly know about relationships. Even though I've never actually been in one, you always admit you're wrong. No matter what you're wrong about, you admit you're wrong. And you apologize. And I'm not saying, this is gonna happen today, this is gonna happen tomorrow, or a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. But I know in my heart and in my brain, and God knows and Jesus knows that she's out there somewhere. Whether it's in the Bay Area, whether it's in Southern California, whether it's in Ohio, whether it's in Florida, whether it's in New York, whether it's in Texas or Washington D.C. or Baltimore, Maryland. I mean, she could be anywhere. I don't like Canadian. I like Canadians. I know a few Canadians, but I'm not a huge fan of the sports teams in Canada. I would love to go to Canada someday, but I just would not be, following the Raptors or the Maple Leafs or the Oilers or any of the teams in Canada. I'm going to be supporting my San Jose Sharks till the day I die. I'm going to be supporting the San Francisco Giants till the day I die, San Francisco 49ers, San Jose Sharks, Ohio State Buckeyes. And that's it. Those are the only teams that I will ever follow in my entire life. That's it. But with that being said, I know this video, the previous video was probably 11 minutes long. This one's maybe a little bit shorter than that. But I just thought I'd, explain to you that, tattoos are cool on women. I'm not saying you have to have your whole body tattooed or your ears or your whole body pierced, but there's having women's ears pierced is fine. Belly button maybe, I'm not saying that's, I'm not saying you have to have your belly button pierced or any other part of your body pierced. But just, or you can have a nose ring too. I don't care what you have on your body as long as you're not like completely tattooed out or body pierced out or any of that stuff. That's where I kind of draw the line. And you can have, like I decided on the eyes, I want to have like a woman that has blue or green or purple or violet or, anything but brown, basically. Hazel eyes, But like I said, she has to have like shoulder length blonde hair. She has to have, maybe medium sized boobs. I'm not saying I'm not saying she has to have like the biggest boobs in the world, but like, medium sized. I'm not saying, she doesn't have to have, she can have small boobs, or she can have, larger boobs, but not like the largest. But I'm saying somewhere around the medium boob range, like a B cup or a C cup. No D cups. I don't know why. That's just what runs through my brain. But it doesn't really matter other than that. I mean, she doesn't have to be. Like I said, she has to be between 100 pounds, 125 pounds. Because I'm hoping I can lose, some weight. Because I did weigh myself, what was that, about a month ago, or about a week and a half ago, and it was like 172.2. I haven't weighed myself since, but I just feel like I have to lose some weight because I just don't like the way I look. But anyways, she's not going to look like this, that's for sure, on what's on my shirt. She's not going to look like Captain Marvel or Harley Quinn, or she doesn't have to look like any of the Kardashian sisters or any of the Jenner sisters or anything like that. She could be on YouTube. She could be a celebrity. I'm not saying that. I'm not ruling out every single woman on the planet who is single or has become single recently or is in a relationship now but could end up being single in the future. But I'm keeping an open mind, basically. And I know I described someone, that may be unrealistic towards me or anything like that, but I'm just giving you an explanation of what my ideal woman would be. And it may seem like it's unrealistic and far-fetched and crazy and wild to even think this, but, that's just my opinion. My opinion isn't the whole world. So, I thought I just thought I'd film this video because it seemed like it was an important video to film. So I will see you tomorrow with the brand spanking new vlog. Y'all know the drill. Keep it real. Bye-bye.